And the rain is coming down now. It's really starting to rain. The sun was out for literally 10 minutes. I couldn't even get the video done. It is really starting to hit my face, and since I'm talking, it's actually making it worse. And of course, because I'm on the road, I have to now sit lights in the rain. Not good. Come on, mate. Oh, I'm in a low gear. The guy in the van wasn't best pleased. With no throttle to start, I was in a high gear. This is why I love biking, guys. It's really helped me in my journey to lose weight, get outside more. But I'm literally going 20 mile an hour, trucks flying past me, wind blasting in my face. Now there's rain smacking me in the eyes. And I'm having a great time. Woo! Hi guys, welcome back to the channel in a very grey Scotland. The sun's popped out for the last 2 minutes, so I thought it'd be a great time to do this video. So guys, we are checking out the PVY Z20 Max. It's the dual battery folding e-bike, something I've had my eye on for quite some time. I love the look of it, I love the style of the handles, the saddle, that brown look, I love the colour. But how does it ride? So guys, yeah, let's do a quick rundown of the PVY Z20 Max. Okay guys, so the PVY Z20 Max, what can I tell you about it? So it does have a 750 watt brushless motor. Now that is locked to 250 watts to make it UK legal. You can obviously unlock it if you wish. It does have 3 levels of pedal assist, so you can get enough exercise if you are looking to do that. It does have a cadence sensor, which is quite nice for a bike of this kind of price point. Let me just get across this road. Let me just get out of the way of everybody. Yeah, so for a bike of this kind of price point, a cadence sensor is actually really good. Some people do prefer that kind of a sensor. I'm a little bit torn between either one because they do have their place, both of them. If you are looking for a bit more exercise, I do think that the cadence sensor is better. Whereas if you're looking just to kind of get the motor going, then obviously it might not be for you. Let me just cut through here. So we do have front and rear hydraulic brakes, which is always nice. We do have front and rear suspension, which we will be testing out very soon. We do have seven gear Shimano gears. You know, it seems to be the same gears that are on every single bike. Shimano are certainly doing quite well from these e-bike companies. We do have a HD LCD display. However, seeing it in daylight may be a bit of a challenge. I can barely see it right now, and it is a very grey day. Can only imagine what it's like if the sun actually comes out. However, I probably won't have to have that problem. Being here in Scotland, we don't tend to see the sun very often. We do have a throttle. Now, if you didn't see the build video, the throttle does not come installed on the bike. You do have to install that yourself. It's very easy to do. You do get a kind of spare handle grip. Just let the gentleman know I'm here. So you do get a kind of different handle grip. You take off the one that comes with it, you put on the smaller one along with the throttle, and job is a good one. In terms of build quality, Everything so far seems okay. I will cover off bits and bobs that I'm, in particular, that I'm maybe not overly happy with. Just get past these people. Brake levers, they do seem pretty comfortable. We'll do a little brake test later on as well. All the kind of components, the bike went together really easily. In terms of building the bike, very little to do to be honest. We did install the screen, we installed the throttle, we had to install the handlebar. I say install the handlebars. Very simple, very simple. Okay guys, so I'm just heading to the park to carry out some tests, so I'll jump back to when I get there. Okay guys, so we are back at the park. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the reason why I picked up this bike amongst the many other foldable e-bikes. So one of the things that jumped out at me was actually the tyres. So I was looking for an e-bike that didn't have fat tyres, something really easy to get in the car, something lighter. So this weighs 27 kilograms, and that's including both the batteries. So if you take the batteries off, the bike is going to be considerably lighter. Now the weight capacity for the bike is 120 kilograms, so I'm about 109 kilograms right now. So obviously I'm fine on this bike. I'm 6'3", so if you are a tall person, maybe obviously a little bit of a belly, a little bit of weight, then this bike is going to be completely fine for you. You can raise the handlebars and you can obviously raise the seat to make yourself very comfortable, which is exactly what I've done. The bike rack on the back as well, so if you're going to go for little journeys and little trips etc, the bike rack, that does have a maximum capacity of 50 kilograms, so probably not suitable for, you know, a second person, unless they're very small, but probably suitable if you wanted to put like a child seat, or just a, you know, a decent kind of bag on there with some sandwiches, camera equipment etc, all good. Now I mentioned this is not a fat tyre e-bike, it's actually got 20-inch tyres, but they're 2.3 inches wide, so it is a kind of more compact style of bike rather than the big fat tyre e-bike. Now that's probably, the reason why I'm going through that is because it's probably going to be evident right now, because we are about to do the suspension test on this field. Now the field is a grass field, and with these kind of smaller tyres, I do think that we may struggle to kind of get across it at any kind of pace. There's not a lot of treading on the tyres, and obviously they're not big fat tyres, so we may struggle to do the suspension test, which is across this big field. And those of you that watch my videos will know that I own this field, so we are going to go full throttle across it. Before we do that though guys, let's go and take a close-up look at the bike. We'll have a little talk about some of the other specs etc, and then we'll come back for the suspension test. Here's a quick look at the PVY Z20 Max folding electric bike. The frame is made from upgraded 6061 aluminium alloy. Folded size is roughly 89 by 51 by 68 centimeters. It's powered by a brushless rear hub motor limited to 250 watts, but if you unlock it, it goes to 750 watts. Torque is 80 Newton meters, top speed is 25 kilometers per hour when it's locked, and up to 39 kilometers per hour when you unlock it. The bike has a dual battery setup, an internal 36 volt, 15 amp hour battery with 540 watt hours, and an external 36 volt, 10.6 amp hour battery with 382 watt hours. Total capacity is 922 watt hours, and the claimed range is up to 200 kilometers. Gearing is Shimano 7-speed with 5 pedal assist levels plus throttle mode. The LCD display shows speed, battery level, assist mode and trip info. It also has a USB charging port. For lighting, there's a 1200 lumen front LED headlight with an IPX5 water resistance and an integrated rear tail light with brake light. Suspension includes a front fork and rear mechanical shock absorber with 130mm of travel. Tyres are 20 inches by 2.3 inches. Brakes are hydraulic discs on front and rear. The bike weighs around 27 kilograms and supports a rider weight of up to 120 kilograms, and the rear rack can carry 50 kilograms. Charging time per battery is between 4 and 7 hours. The bike has IPX5 water resistance and operates between -10 and +50 degrees Celsius. Extras include foldable pedals, a tool bag charger and user manual, and that pretty much covers all the specs of the PVY Z20 Max. Okay guys, so that was a close-up look at the bike. Hopefully I covered off everything you wanted to know, but it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. This is the suspension test. We do have that front suspension. We've also got the rear suspension, which I am hopeful will keep my bum comfortable, because this is a very bumpy field. Now we are in pedal assist level 3. Now the throttle itself doesn't work from a standstill, so I'm going to pedal to get it started, but then I will just let the throttle take over once the bike is in motion. So yeah, 20-inch tyres, 2.3 inches thick. There's not a lot of treading on there, so I'm not expecting to fly across this field, but hopefully the suspension does work and does hold up. Very bumpy field, but enough talking and let's do it. More power, baby. Here we go, and we're off. So we're going to go into throttle only now. Yeah, we're getting across it pretty well. Oh, there's a big one there. I felt that right down to my spine. So we're about 14 miles per hour. As predicted, we're not flying across the field, but the suspension does seem to be doing quite well, especially the rear suspension. The front suspension has bottomed out a couple of times. Yeah, we're just not getting any speed at all here. Oh! I definitely see the rear suspension is doing a better job than the front suspension. And we're onto the sand now. I've no idea why the sand is here. And there we go. Okay, so suspension test over, guys. I would probably say maybe 6 or 7 out of 10 there. The rear suspension was a lot better than the front suspension. I heard that bottom out and click a little bit, and I will talk about the front suspension a little bit more in a few minutes. But right now we're going to head up to the top of this hill and we're going to do the speed test. Okay guys, so now we're going to do the speed test. Again, we are in full throttle mode. Now I can't just start off, the throttle doesn't work, so I'm going to pedal to get it started, then I'll let the throttle take over. Hopefully this bike, I'm aiming for just over 20 miles per hour. It's not a super fast bike, guys, but we will aim for 20. Let's see if it can get to 20 miles per hour. Let's just go. Stop your yapping and start your trapping. Here we go, full throttle. 17, 19, oh, we got to 20, no bother. I'm going to have to turn around this way here. 21 I saw there. Yeah, we're not flying. I'm going to slow down a little bit here for this chap. So we're at 18 miles per hour. It's hard for me to actually see the screen. And we're staying steady around about 18 miles per hour. Guys, I did see 21 on the clock, but I only saw it for a few seconds. This is fairly flat, and we are in full throttle mode. Now bear in mind it is a cadence sensor, so if I start pedaling, we should see a bit more pace. 21. Can we get to 22? 22, just for a second there. So yeah. That is roughly how fast this bike is going to get you. Full throttle mode, and obviously having some pedal assist as well. But guys, there's only one test left to do, and that is the dreaded hill test. Okay guys, so the hill test, the hill of doom is just round this corner. So I'm in throttle mode right now, so we're going to start off basic as I turn the corner, because obviously the throttle doesn't work from a from a standstill, so we're just going to go for it now. Here we go, the hill of doom. Will we get up it? To be honest, I think we might struggle. On throttle only, I think we will struggle to get up it. We've dropped to 10 miles per hour. We're not going fast. I don't think it's going to do it. It's really going slow. Yeah, it didn't do it. It didn't get up the hill of doom. I'm going to pedal, which of course, with a cadence sensor, that's what you're meant to do. So, yeah, I mean, we got up it with pedaling. Throttle only did not get us up the hill of doom. The first to fail this test that I've reviewed, obviously. Oh. Okay guys, so let's talk a little bit about some of the things that I'm not massively a fan of, and it is the front suspension. So if you are leaning forward ever so slightly, you do find that it bottoms out really easily. When you do kind of sit upright, which is what you're supposed to do obviously, it doesn't do it as bad. But if you are maybe kind of going downhill and then you have to brake, then obviously the front suspension, for me the front suspension could be much better on this bike. But right now we are facing a hill and we're going to do the brake test. So let's do it. Don't want to go too fast because I don't want to fall off. A wee little bit of a skid there, but the tyres will be wet from all that grass. Let's do another one. Yeah, no problem at all. Brakes working, no problem at all. No qualms at all with the brakes. Yeah, we're doing good. Front and rear hydraulic brakes, you'd expect nothing else, but it's nice that they are working well. So apart from the front suspension, a couple of other things that are niggling me a little bit. The gears, when out of the box, the gears weren't completely tuned in properly. That's really a bugbear of mine. I mean, come on, you buy a bike, you want to open it up, build it, and then you want to ride it. You don't want to have to figure out how to fix gears. I mean, it really is annoying. It's an easy fix if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, then it's not an easy fix. So that kind of simple things like that, you know, they should be working out the box. And let's talk about the box itself. If you watched the build video, obviously that was in pretty bad nick. That's not Gleeride's fault, that's obviously FedEx, but there's got to be some quality control there, some sort of kind of announcements, you know, going to make sure the bike doesn't arrive beaten up. It's nice that it came with a phone holder, but again, a bit plasticky, a bit big and a bit rubbish. If you're going to include one, you know, a little silicone one, probably be a lot cheaper than the one they had, but yeah, it's nice that it is included. As far as sturdiness of the bike, I would say that I do feel safe on it. You know, it's not the Engway E26 where you're riding a tank, but I do feel safe when I kind of lean forward, move about, etc. It doesn't kind of shake or anything like that. So obviously at 6'3" and 109 kilograms, I do want to feel safe when I'm on the bike. I love the fact that it comes with the 2 batteries, and they have disguised the second battery as a kind of bottle. I think that's pretty clever, pretty cool as well, and I think it adds to the overall look of the bike. Price wise, I think I paid about £900 for this. I got it from Gleeride, and Gleeride were actually kind enough to give a discount code for any VDS Rides and Ramble viewers, and that is VDS10, where you can get 10% off any purchase you make. This is the second time that I've bought from Gleeride. I bought the scooter from there and I bought this bike. Really good company. They do communicate well, you get updates, etc., and deliveries roughly within about 7 days, which is fine. I was quite fine with that. I actually had to adjust it because I had to go to Madrid for work, but that's a story for another day. But apart from that, guys, let's do a little summary, a little wrap up. We'll see some side-on shots and all that fun stuff. So let's hit the music. Guys, I didn't forget about folding the bike and popping it in the car. Thanks to one of the viewers of the last video who suggested that I show this. It is very, very simple to do. We just lower the seat. I have removed the batteries on this occasion just because it does help when you're lifting the bike. You fold the seat down, fold the bike over, you pop the handlebars down, and then you just pop it in the boot. It is very, very simple, and depending on your car size, you may only have to remove the parcel shelf. I didn't actually have to put the back seats down, but I do have an SUV. If you've got a smaller car, you may find that you have to put the back seats down, but I didn't even have to lie it on its side, guys. It just sits right in the back. It was so easy, so compact, and exactly what I was looking for. Alright then, so let's wrap things up. The PVY Z20 Max is actually a bike I really like. It's not perfect, but for what it is, it delivers a lot. The dual battery setup is a big plus. More range means less stress about running out of juice mid-ride, which is always a big win. Putting it together was easy, no drama at all. Most of it was already built, so you're not going to spend hours messing about with tools. Now there are a couple of downsides. The front suspension isn't great, especially if you're on the heavier side like myself. It's a bit soft and doesn't really handle rough ground all that well. You'll feel the bumps, no doubt. And when you're using the throttle only, it does struggle with steeper hills. It will handle flat paths and gentle inclines no problem, but if you're expecting it to fly up hills without pedalling, yeah, that's not going to happen. That said, it's a solid, well-built bike, smooth to ride, comfortable on decent surfaces, and you get a lot for your money, especially with those dual batteries thrown in. So yeah, if you're after a decent e-bike that's easy to build, fun to ride, and won't break the bank, the Z20 Max is definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.